I am Josh Jones, ESQ, and this is Beats, Rhymes, and Crimes Live, the number one place to get law and hip hop information from the culture, for the culture, by the culture, about the culture, all of that great stuff, man. So we got another great show, man, coming off of a big week, man. So this weekend was Father's Day. So happy. Do people say happy belated Father's Day? I'm not even really sure. Something I've been telling people as I come across them over the last few days. Happy belated Father's Day, man, to all the dads out there. If you step up and play a dad role for another man's child, salute to you, King. You're still a father, whether you're an uncle, friend, family friend, godfather, whatever the case, man. Salute to you. As you know, though, I am Josh Jones, ESQ, before we go too far, and I am live from the 305 Miami-Dade County. That's where you can find me. So I'm happy to be here with you. Let me know. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Check in. Let us know where you're watching from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here every week. We do the show. We want to make sure that people have the information and the tools that they need so that they don't have to worry about where can we get information about the law? Who can we talk to? We're already going to be there for you. We're going to be doing this all the time. We're over a year in. So we're not new to this, true to this, staying here, going to go through this, and just going to get to it, man. So like I said, happy Father's Day. And we're going to start out. So we're talking about Father's Day. So we got your boy, Rick Ross, and he had a message out there for the dads. And I wanted to kind of bring it to the screen and see what y'all's thoughts are about what Rose is talking about these days. So let me see if I can bring him up.
It's June 15th. This is what I want to know. What would you rather celebrate? Father's Day or the date of your last child support payment? Or what if your last child support payment was on Father's Day weekend? That's what you call divine divinity. Morning glory.
So divine divinity. I'm not sure if that's what he meant to say, but let me know, man. For those of y'all who either pay child support or receive child support, your thoughts on that statement. If you think that's the message that we should be putting out there, let me know what y'all think about that. For real, I'm curious to know what y'all think, but I'm not curious to know what his son's mother, Tia Kemp, thinks, because she let us know she is a character, and she uses language that is not becoming of the show, but I want to kind of put it out there just so y'all can see what's going on, see where she's coming from with it. And I'm gonna bring her to the screen. So again, they have a child, William Roberts Jr. I think he's either junior or the third, but whatever the case is, he just turned 18. Rick Ross is happy about no longer having to pay child support as of Father's Day weekend. So here's Tia and what she had to say.
Listen here, Willie Dilly. I don't want to you off no more tonight. You better go on somewhere. Boy, I ain't the one to be. I'm gonna get your back soon. I got 15 more seconds. Fuck that fat you big whale seal looking on whisker beat titty 33 size H triple H wham big fat. You need a foffer. I heard Bandman Kivo just got him a BBL. Won't you take your fat ass over to come and get you one? Your tummy tuck needing big BBL ass.
Yeesh. Let us know where you checking in from, what they do.
Cause see, I could chastise him. Y'all don't know that. He just try to be funny with y'all. That big sucker ducker. I fuck his ass up. Bare hands. I would, and teeth. And feet. I'd have that bitch all up. You knows it. But that Renee, nah, that's like wrestling 4 crocodiles there. That big wide body bitch, I don't think he can handle that big muskrat. That's a big muskrat. That
So yeah, man. So that's what Tia had to say, and she's a wild girl to say the least. She said Rose may want to go get a BBL and wear a fa, which I had to Google it. Apparently, is a Colombian girdle and something that you wear after getting a BBL. So the more you know what they do. Let us know where you're checking in from. So she also said, not on that video, that she should go to the court to get child support while the child is going to college. But I do want to clear up something. So I reached out, did a little research because I handle mainly personal injury cases, car accidents, slip and fall, stuff like that. So, you know, child support, family law stuff is not really my bag. But she probably would not be successful going to the court after the child turns 18 to seek more payments for child support or while the child's in college. That would have been something that would have needed to happen when they were coming up with the original parenting plan, and the judge would have had to order that before the child was 18. So it seems like it would be a little bit late for that. But luckily, she said the child support payments are insignificant to her. She makes more money than that. I don't know where she works. Do y'all know Tia Kemp, Rick Ross's baby mother? I think she's on a TV show, but I'm not sure. I'm not really that familiar with her. Maybe she's on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm not really sure. But if you know what show or how she makes money, throw that in the comments. I'm very curious to hear about Tia Kemp and her how she earns her livelihood, because she said Rick Ross child support payments didn't really move the needle. But man, she was throwing some daggers at that boy. Crazy. While we still in Miami, Travis Scott, he got arrested for disorderly conduct while on Miami Beach, a place I don't recommend you go. Very racist, especially the Miami Beach Police Department. In my opinion, I've experienced it personally, where they ticketed me for recording them trying to tase a black man on the ground with his hands in the air. So because of that and other things that I'm aware of that they do, I try my hardest not to go to Miami Beach. But Travis Scott, he was out there, he was on a boat, 1 o'clock in the morning, and apparently the owner of the boat was asking him to leave the boat because they said his behavior was inappropriate. He ended up being charged with disorderly conduct, and he went to jail. So obviously they got his mugshot. He was unmoved by this and made light of it. So he posted his mugshot, and let's see if we have it. I think we have it. So got it right here. So he posted his mugshot, and he made a couple alterations to it, adding the wired earphones and the shades, and that was something that I didn't remember it. I don't know if I had seen it before, but he was mimicking this photo of LeBron James from back in the day, um, when he was playing in the finals some years back. So Travis Scott, not a very serious charge, not too worried about it, and he made a little joke about it. So I thought that was a little funny, but the key message here is, man, please don't go to Miami Beach. Don't support Miami Beach with your tourism dollars. If you come to Miami, stay on this side of the bridge where I'm at, the real Miami. And maybe if you want to go to the beach, we could talk about going to Fort Lauderdale or somewhere else that's a little bit more open to, people coming out there like us. So let's keep it pushing and talk about some other things going on. BG, Hot Boy BG, is saying that he is being prohibited from rapping about everything he wants to rap about. So that's crazy. BG said, quote, went off in this courthouse got me a victory. I was able to go in court, get permission to work, get permission to do my concerts, get permission to trap this new music, got permission to be self-employed. Everything worked out in a real G favor. I just want to thank y'all who've been rocking with me since day one. They still trying to censor me a little bit. They don't want me rapping about snitches, so I got to be real mindful. I got to be a little safe in what I say and how I say it while I'm on supervised release, but for the most part, it's go time. So, the court, the system is kind of holding him back. They're saying that he needs to have his lyrics pre-approved by his probation officer while you're on parole or you're still technically a prisoner. So they're saying that he still needs to have these lyrics approved. So they're saying from their side, Mr. Dorsey appears to be traveling down the same road that landed him in prison in the first place. While the government commends him for his entrepreneurial abilities to get back into the music industry, has significant concerns as to how this will affect his rehabilitation as he re-enters society, which is the main reason for the period of supervised release. So they're saying that he's getting back into the same gangster lifestyle as before he went to prison. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that it's just rap? Do y'all think that the court, or excuse me, that the government should have the ability? What they do, Caleb? What they do? So, do you think the government should have the ability to censor him from making the songs the way that he wants to make them, or what you think? You're curious to know how y'all feeling. Also in Hot Boy news, man, I've seen that Juvie for the 25th anniversary of 400 Degrees is doing something real grown and sexy. He's got a tour where he's going to be performing 400 Degrees with an orchestra. So they're going to be going all across the United States, and it's going to be something a little bit different. So let me know if seeing Juvie perform 400 Degrees with an orchestra sounds like something that you would want to see. I'm definitely thinking about checking it out when they come to Miami. So keeping it moving, y'all, keeping it moving. Juneteenth was the other big day, man. So Juneteenth is the big holiday that, a lot of Black people have known about for a long time. It's been celebrated in Texas, hard body, for a long time, because basically it commemorates the date when the word that the slaves were free reached Texas. So for Texas, it's always been a really big holiday. Recently, it's become a federal holiday. A few years before that, even, people started really, really celebrating it kind of across the country, Black people. I don't think white people really celebrate it that much. Some people are anti-racist and, true allies or whatever, but I don't know if they're really celebrating Juneteenth. But, man, Kendrick Lamar had a concert, and through this concert on Juneteenth, he was apparently able to unite the Crips and Bloods on stage. So shout out to Kendrick for that, man. And they had a unity moment on stage. So he said, quote, "This shit making me emotional. We've been effed up since Nipsey died. We've been effed up since Kobe died. This is unity at its finest. We done lost a lot of homies to this music, to this street. For all us to be together on stage." Let me get the rest of the quote. "For all us to be on stage, this is special. Everybody on the stage got fallen soldiers." So yeah, man. So just to share my screen, I'll show you the pictures where they got the bangers from all the different places together, man. So that's special. You know what I'm saying? To kind of create a little bit of unity instead of divisiveness, especially on a day like Juneteenth. So that's cool. Shout out to Kendrick for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't really recognize who's who, but you see the blue, you see the red. It's the concert. I'm not sure if when this is from. I've seen pictures like this throughout the years, but basically this symbolizes unity among gang members in LA. So yeah, man. So shout out to Kendrick for that. Um, he brought out a lot of people on stage for the show. Um, he brought out Dre, he brought out Absol, brought out J Rock, he brought out um, some other people too. I can't remember. He performed with all of them, and then he ended the show by doing. Well, I'll show you how they set it up because we got it. We do have it here, but let me find it. Here it is.
Make some noise for that motherfucking Dre. Yeah. Hold on, Dre. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just take a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
So after that, they proceeded to do "Not Like Us" 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times for the crowd as they ended the show. That's been kind of the big jam coming off of the beef between Drake and Kendrick. Seemed like it's not over. Certain people didn't show up. Game said he's friends with both. He didn't want to be a part of no, beefy type situation. So he didn't. So, it is what it is. Shout out to them. But they did that for the culture for sure. So that's what's up. Now, see my boy done showed up. What up? What up? What up? What up? Dr. Brock. I know you out there in the field getting it, making money on this Friday. So, oh, dang. I'm glad you showed up because I had something I wanted to talk about, man. So we're going to talk about that next. But right now we're going to talk about, let me know, have you been following, do you know anything about Iman Shumpert, former NBA player, and Tiana Taylor? They've been going through a divorce. The trial actually is going on right now. And the reports are that Iman Shumpert filed a motion to have his monthly payments reduced because he's saying he earns significantly less money than her. So he says that before taxes, he's making about $48,000 and that she's making around $94,000. So almost double what he says he's making. So he's saying due to those significant differences in income, he wants to have his child support reduced to, right now he's paying, I think, $8,000 a month. Now, it's also being reported that he's asking for her to provide, as a part of their divorce settlement, half of her royalties from projects that she did even before they got married. So Dr. Brock says that child support thing is crazy. I don't know, because I don't know how much it costs to raise a child who is used to living a life of luxury yet. But, you want to make sure that your child is afforded the same lifestyle wherever they're going to be at, I think. But I think there probably is a number where it's like once you reach that number, it might be enough to support that child. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. So he's saying he wants half of her royalties going back to stuff before they were even married. Do you that's a little different. Do you think that's fair? Do you think he should be entitled to that? And then one of the articles that I read said that they had sources that said that he spends $112,000 a month. So he earned $48 million in his NBA career. So he should have some money, right? So, but just hearing that he's saying he makes 48,000, but he's spending 112,000. He's already kind of in a deficit from the day to day. So at some point he's going to run out of money if he continues to live that NBA lifestyle in retirement. So they're saying that he spends 14,000 on food, eating out, 14,000 on his podcast per month. This is, and 6,000 per month on music video production. And he wants to be able to have his child support reduced. Yeah, the numbers don't line up. He's spending way too much. I mean, I don't know how long it would take. You earn 48 million in a career, but then you got to take into consideration first taxes off top, however much you had to pay your agent, however much you blew just, making it rain, having fun with, living the NBA lifestyle. You maybe bought your mama a house, you bought a bunch of cars, maybe some other stuff that you might regret. So how much do you really, really have? And how are you making that money, work for you? So I don't know. But I did find this to be a little bit funny. So remember, I said that Iman is asking for Tiana Taylor to now pay him her royalties. So this always takes me back every time we talk about one of these child support, alimony type situations to what Andre 3000 said on the Idlewild soundtrack. Starts off like a small town marriage, but ends in Hollywood divorce. And that's exactly what I see here. So I got a clip of Iman that I'm gonna blast up. And this is what he said back at. Look, hold on. All right, here we go. Nope. Oh man, come on, bruh. We on live. You gonna do this to me? All right. So, here we go. Let's try this one more time.
No, I didn't. I said, if she's in your house, why are you paying all the bills?
Cause it's my house. Who?
But why is she? Why is she in your house?
A nigga with money don't want you to listen. I'm gonna give this out to all women worldwide. Niggas with money don't want you paying no. We don't care for you to do that. We not coming to get you for no bread. If you do that and you get your own bread on the side, we gonna clap our hands for it. We gonna smile about it. We gonna be proud of it. We don't need you to do it. That's the advantage of picking us. We don't want you for that. We want, honestly, we don't, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You the rich nigga on the goddamn. No, you know exactly what I'm saying to you. You speak French now? We.
So yeah, man. So that's got to be from some years ago. I don't know the exact date on that, but at that time, Iman was like, "Your money is just a perk. We got bread. We don't need you for that." So now he's saying he want to get them royalties. So Dr. Brock say, pay them royalties. Pay them royalties. So it's going to depend, man. Maybe depending on where they got married, the law allows for you to get the royalties from premarital assets. Maybe they don't have a prenup or a postnup. that it kind of dictates what's gonna happen. But hey, the biggest thing though is those who don't ask don't get. So the only thing they can say is no. But you might as well ask, man. You're already there. So I've read that she kind of has been broken up a little bit. She admitted that they both cheated during the marriage, causing issues. And obviously it's a wrap for the marriage. But hopefully the kids end up being able to recover and live, good lives with loving parents. So we got that. But man, this is the one right here, man. This story right here is crazy. You don't think when you get out in traffic that you might end up throwing hands, but anything is possible, man. So I'm just gonna show y'all what happened and we'll talk about it. Real quick, if you are with me and I'm throwing hands, please don't grab me. Grab the other guy. By grabbing me or grabbing the person who's with you, you are opening them up to be assaulted. All right. He was supposed to get knocked out right here, but here we go. So what we have here, some dude just ran up, tried to jump in the Amazon van that the lady was driving. And I'm not sure where the guy came from, if he was in another van, if he was in the van with her, but there is standstill traffic in New York City. So he was able to come to the rescue and to help her keep that van from getting stolen. So it looked like the guy just wanted the van. Didn't look like he was trying to do anything to the lady. But my man is Amazon Employee of the Year. Because if I was that driver, that van would have been gone, bro. I know they got a tracker on it. I know all them packages is insured. None of that stuff is going to my crib. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay. I don't know how much they pay, but they don't pay enough for me to do what he just did in that video. Let me know. Would you have taken care of Amazon's packages or whatever? But I want to ask Dr. Brock. That's a grounds crew all day, right? What you think, my man? I got him either as a grounds crew or a flight attendant. You know what I'm saying? But tell me what you think, bro. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go to flightassessment.com. You can figure out, your behavior style. You can learn about other people's behavior styles and how to make all those things work to your advantage by understanding how different people are and how they, their talents and the things that they're not good at work, so that you can, improve your relationships. But I'm just curious, man. Dude seemed like he really, really appreciates that job he has at Amazon, and they should never fire him. That's just what I think, though. Oh man, this thug trial, bro. This thug trial. So we talked about last week how the judge. Yeah, you're right, bro. Traffic is a crazy place for sure. I don't know if Amazon has a policy for what you're supposed to do there either, but if they don't, they need to get one, because that's dangerous for everybody involved, man. So they definitely need to have a policy in place to prevent people from having to make those decisions. That guy, if you would have known Amazon doesn't care, like, hey, God, don't do that. Maybe he would have, luckily nothing happened, but like, he didn't beat the guy too bad. The guy didn't harm him or the lady. But yeah, Amazon needs a policy for that for sure. So, but back to this thug, man. Young thug. Man, so We talked last week. The judge had an ex parte meeting, which means a meeting with the prosecution without the defense. When you have one party but not the other. But somehow the defense found out about it and brought it to the judge and then held. Telling you, bruh, somebody knocked me out because you was trying to be a peacekeeper by holding my arms back. We gonna have problems for sure. So the judge had a meeting with the prosecution without the defense in the Young Thug case, right? Because one of the witnesses did not want to testify, Lil Wody. I've learned it's not Woody, it's Lil Wody. And the defense found out, they brought it to the court. And because Brian Steele, Thug's lawyer, would not reveal who told him about the meeting, the judge held him in contempt and sentenced him to 20 days in jail that would be served on the weekends, which ended up being rescinded. But since this time, Lil Wody has been on the stand. I'm gonna post it in my shorts. I don't have the clips ready, but man, he's been giving some classic testimony, some of the best testimony of the trial. But also, the defense has been filing motions for the judge to recuse himself, which he has not granted. It's gone to the Supreme Court, and they're going to be deciding if the judge should even be allowed to stay on the case. The defense has said, one of the other defendants, not the, I think YSL Yak or something like that, his lawyer says that in the event of a mistrial or having to retry the case, that the two lead prosecutors and the judge would be witnesses and therefore would not be able to represent the state for that case. But it's getting ugly, man. A lot of people out here definitely think that the conduct of the judge is not fair. He's not ruling equally in different in the situations, and is kind of leaning towards bias for the prosecution, which I think you kind of expect a little bit of that anyway, because he's the judge, they're the state. So you kind of expect that a little bit, but man, it kind of seems very, very one-sided. So they've been showing, they've not really had a lot of trial going on this week. They've been kind of arguing about that back and forth. Then Lil Wody, part of his testimony was that he was going to lie. He said, I'm not going to tell the truth. So now they want to show like 12 hours, like a long time of jail interviews. When he was in jail, when they arrested him, they interviewed him. So they're trying to show the discrepancy, the differences between his statements then and what he said in court. So the defense asked that the state have to, pull bit by bit instead of being able to show this whole thing. The judge ruled that they could show the whole thing. So even with that being said, somebody in the courtroom had COVID. Court was closed one day. They have had, large breaks. So someone documented 10-minute break was 36 minutes. Court started 30-something minutes late. We only had an hour and 43 minutes of testimony on that day. So it's taken a very long time. Nothing like really important where it's like, what I'm saying? Like OJ putting the glove on it and not fitting has really occurred in a while. But when that kind of stuff happens, we're definitely going to share that as well. But let me know what you think, man. You think they should free Thug, man? I'm still trying to figure out where the people are at with it. So I see a lot of free Thug. I see a lot of, people who say that they think he's guilty and that the evidence, not necessarily because of the evidence, but because of whatever reason. So I'm curious to know what you think right now. Let me know. And then let me know what you think about this as well, bro. This is wild. Only in Florida does this kind of thing happen. What the Florida, bruh?
Can you even imagine you go to the beach and what do you want to do? You want to relax, you want to take some sun, you want to look at the beautiful ocean and the waves, and then all of a sudden you say, what's going on here? You see a white brick and it's cocaine.
I started following the cop, and I noticed he walks over to a lady, and then they start pulling stuff out of the sand, and it was like bags, and all of a sudden I see a white block, and I said, oh my God, this is cocaine.
This is not your average day on the beach in Bal Harbor.
I can't believe it. I mean, it's like so new to me. It never happened over here.
Joseph Levy is a videographer who for years has been shooting content.
I was like shocked.
And it was a lot of cocaine, a kilo, right?
It was a block. I mean, it was like, I was more in shock than in, that's why I didn't say anything. I was trying to figure out, I was trying to process it.
This day, though, was different. Yes, a kilo of cocaine.
Some part of me said, oh wow, I have an exclusive. but otherwise I was just.
And now this video's gone viral, right?
Over 1 million views in just the first few hours.
Darren and Kathy Boswell are down in South Florida visiting from Chicago. They were right next to us when we first brought you the story at 3. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. You're watching the live shot and I say a kilo of cocaine washes up on shore.
Well, when you said a white brick, kind of threw me off for a second until you said cocaine, because it's not something I'm used to. So.
Thought it was going to be a rock hitting this poor woman, and then you said cocaine. That threw me for a loop.
Thought it was just going to be a rock, man. Lady was going to get hit in the head with a rock, and it ended up being cocaine. Man, what the Florida? You see that all the time. A lot of times you sacrifice the kilo, maybe 2, so the boat could get through with the weight. Is what I was told. I never, partake in distribution of cocaine. I wouldn't claim to, but exactly, Dr. Travis Dion Brock. The whole city was built on that cocoa. That's hilarious. I never heard that one before. And I was just looking it up because I remember back in 2007, Pimp C was saying that they was out here lying about the dope prices, and a lot of people thought he was talking about Jeezy when Jeezy was calling himself Mr. 17.5, saying he was getting it for that. And I was just wondering how much the value of a kilo of cocaine was. And from what I can see, it seems like it's about $69,000 for a kilo these days. I was surprised to see that. But you are right, bro. Miami was built on that. And only in Dade do you ever really see that kind of thing, man. What the Florida. But that's where we at with it this week, man. Appreciate y'all. Let me know if you got any questions, man. We want to talk about the stories that you want to hear about. And it's important that in order for us to do that, that you're communicating with us, you rocking with us, you kind of letting me know what you want so that we can bring it to you. So that's all I got for today, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. You know, and I will holler at you next week, man, for sure.